that night, at night, I had probably a little over $10,000 in cash on me. I had a pretty expensive watch on. I had my phones on me, and like obviously my car running completely. He could have taken that car, could have taken my money, could have taken anything. Hell, who knows? I probably could have been killed, kidnapped, something. Who knows? Yeah, you guys probably trying to sit there and paint some weird picture. But for me, it was just the fact that my life could have been taken. You know, everything that I had in my possession could have been taken. Today is story time. So I'll be talking about my some of these moments that I've had while unfortunately being intoxicated or being under the influence, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I had terrible habits, and as I said before in previous videos, I would be completely transparent and open to anything and everything that I've been through. So yeah, at one point I had a very, very, very terrible battle with alcohol. It had like a really, really tight grip on my life at one point. So yeah, this is like a little story time in the meantime while I work um, on a few other projects, as well as trying to gather up some more content for you guys. I figured I'd make YouTube shorts, make it a little bit easier. You know, you can watch it a lot quicker rather than spending 25, 30 minutes of your time having to watch my videos. So yeah, anywho, um, so I used to work at a club. While I was working there was this one day that I was outside. I was standing outside. I was a floor manager. So I'm standing outside in front, and there's this dude walking up to me. He's about maybe like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". Just kidding. But seriously, he was about like 6'6". Big dude. And he's walking up to me, and he's like, puts his hand out, says, "What's up?" And I'm a little kind of confused, because not everybody just greeted me. So I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he's like, "How are you feeling?" And I'm like, I'm fine." And I tell him, no disrespect, but do I know you from somewhere, or like, do you know me? He's like, "Oh, you don't remember, huh?" He's like, "You probably don't, um, especially because you were pretty thrown off last night." And I'm confused. I'm a little worried, a little scared because I was extremely intoxicated the night before, so I didn't really remember a lot. Um, and yeah, so I'm confused really, and I'm like, "No, I do not remember you." And he's like, "Okay, so I came by last night. It was about 2:30, 3 in the morning, and as I pulled up, I noticed there was a few cars in the parking lot, but wasn't nobody in them. And then I noticed your car was on, so I pulled up next to it." He was like, "Really, I was coming to see if you guys, needed security or anything like that. If y'all was hiring for security, so that's why I was coming by here." He was like, "But I seen your car on, so I pulled up next to you." He was like, "And as I pulled up, I noticed you was hanging out your car. You had half your body hanging out your car, and you was half asleep. Just half the body out, and your car was on." And so, I woke you up, and I asked you what your name was, and you like, you kind of like slurred, "Jesus, and I'm the manager." And so, right after that, you knocked out, just knocked out cold, and you was still slumped, hanging out your car. He was like, "I felt bad, man. I ain't want to leave you like that, because I mean, for one, like the area, it ain't the best, and two, it would have stayed on my conscience if I just left you like that." He was like, "So I put you in your car, you know, um, I turned your car off, made sure it was in park and stuff, rolled your windows up." He was like, "I try to lock your doors, but I guess since you got the key fob, you can't do that from the inside. You gotta, you can only lock it when you're out of the car." And so he was like, "So I just kind of like cracked your window a little bit and, put you in there." He was like, "I noticed that you had some money and stuff on you. So I tried to put it in your glove box. Whatever you had a value, I put it in your glove box." I felt really bad for you, man. I sat out there for about 30 minutes after putting you in your car. Um, and I just I felt bad having to leave you like that because you was gone, man. You weren't conscious at all. And I was like, damn, like I don't remember that at all. And I'm very familiar with faces. That's one thing that I will not forget is someone's face. So the fact that I could not remember this guy whatsoever, like that already kind of put, it already had me like, holy shit, like anything could have happened at this moment. And yeah, man, I mean, I was trying to wrap my head around what he was telling me. And he's like, so yeah, I came by today, man, because I just wanted to check on you. I wanted to make sure you were alive and make sure you were all right, man. You made it home safely and got back here safely. It was like, because I was genuinely worried about you. And mind you, again, never met this man prior to this, to that night. Never met him again after that night. Never seen him again. And it's crazy because there's a lot of people out there that obviously, depending on your color, somebody's going to stereotype you, yada, 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 whatever. There's always some kind of slick shit to be said. He was a black dude, all right? Like I said, 6'6", big dude. He looked like he weighed probably well over 300 pounds. Had a bunch of jewelry on him and stuff. That night, I had probably a little over $10,000 in cash on me. I had a pretty expensive watch on. I had my phones on me, and like obviously my car running completely. He could have taken that car, could have taken my money, could have taken anything. Hell, who knows? I probably could have been killed, kidnapped, something. Who knows? You guys probably trying to sit there and paint some weird picture, but for me, it was just the fact that my life could have been taken. Everything that I had in my possession could have been taken. And the dude did not. There was not a single dollar missing from that stack of money that I had. I had all my jewelry with me. My necklaces, my watch. Everything was intact. And I remember waking up that next morning in my car, and in my mind, I thought I just fell asleep. It never occurred to me that, somebody helped me and prevented me from possibly being robbed or killed or something. And that was a crazy, crazy moment for me. It was a crazy realization. And you'd think, oh, that happened, man. He probably stopped drinking. He probably stopped acting a fool. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Unfortunately, some of us learn our lessons a lot harder than others. And yeah, those will be more stories for me to tell later in this little segment of Battle with the Bottle, because I sure as hell was battling with it for some time. And I've got plenty of stories. Trust me, this is just one of the few, not few, but one of the many that I will share with you guys. And I know this video is not long. It's not meant to be long. I'm probably going to make a YouTube short out of this. Just like again, so that you guys can just watch it, something a little quicker than 30 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever. I hope that this isn't that long. I try to get through the story as quick as possible. I probably missed some details in there, but yeah, at that time, I was driving a 2015 Lexus F Sport. Had the nice red interior and it was all white. I had just bought some wheels for it, and yeah, like I said, I mean, I had a lot of money on me unnecessarily. And yeah, that could have gone anyway, man. And to that dude, I doubt he will remember my face at this point because this happened years ago. But to that dude, man, to you, thank you. I seriously, like, I could never thank you enough. Because, you could have easily robbed my ass. You could have stole my damn car. You could have killed me. Anything like that could have happened, or somebody else could have done it. So, to you, I greatly appreciate you, man. If you get to see this, and if you know who you are, and you know who I am, I greatly appreciate you, man, for being my angel that night. Because, yeah, in those times, I definitely needed a lot of help, a lot of guidance, and a lot of saving, obviously. So, thank you. for that. I wish I would have gotten your name, man. I wish I would, remember you. Um, and if you so happen to remember me, reach out, please, by all means, man. Reach out. I would love to thank you personally. I felt like in that moment I didn't really fully grasp the situation. I wasn't really able to thank you because my mind was just a mess, man. So again, thank you so much for looking out, and doing what you could to keep me safe. But yeah, man, just one of my stories. Again, just wanted to share that with you guys. And if you are battling with some kind of addiction, reach out, man. Don't let situations like that come about, or worse. Just talk to someone, or get help. Whatever. Just save yourself if you can. I got another video that I will be uploading Thursday. I'm gonna skip Mondays. Today's not gonna upload a super long video. I'm trying to keep this one as short as possible. Hopefully, it's not longer than 10 minutes, but I will try to keep this one as short as possible. And yeah, just so that you guys can kind of watch these, and I don't know, maybe somebody can relate. Maybe somebody else has a crazy story. And if you do, by all means, share it with me. And if you wouldn't mind me talking about it, cool. Let me know. But yeah, I've got more announcements coming. Like I said, I'm working on some other projects. I've been busy with work. I'm exhausted, which you probably tell just from the look of my face. I look a little scruffy right now, a little rough. I got to get a cut. Yeah, man, I hope that everybody's having a blessed week, blessed start to their week, a great one. And if not, make it one. Make it a great week. And as always, much love and positive energy to you all. I look forward to hearing from some of you guys soon.